pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. We have a public hearing that is still open from our last meeting. Consider zone change at 125 Elwood Davis Road. We actually intend on not taking any action on this, and we are seeking to close the public hearing. Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor of closing the public hearing?
Aye.
It's closed. The applicant themselves is withdrawing the zone change. With that, do we have any residents signed up to speak? Heather, I'm going to ask you a favor if you don't mind. Do you have your petitions with you?
I do not.
Okay. All right.
I have a goal.
Are you going to speak on something different than what you've spoken on the last few meetings, or if it's the same thing? What I'm going to suggest is, because technically we try to keep comments to what's on our agenda, and we have not had any chicken-related items on our agenda, but we have allowed you to speak at the last few meetings. We are still anticipating your petition. The town has not received it yet, but until we get your petition, just for the sake of keeping the meetings moving and keeping to the business that we have on hand. Do you have anything new or no?
I do not.
Okay. Did you provide these for us?
I did.
Do you want to just give us a little bit of insight into what this is?
And I wanted to address the CDC report that came out of a recent outbreak.
So I don't even know what the CDC report is. So what I'm going to ask you to do, if you don't mind, is just address the board with what this is specifically. If you could send me an email regarding the CDC report and your comments to it, and I can forward it to the rest of the board members. But our board meetings, and I've tried to do this in the past, is I try to make sure that we stick to the business that is in front of this town board. These are business meetings. In our past few meetings, we've allowed you to speak because I knew it was an important issue to you, but it's nothing new at this point. So unless there's something new that you would like to address the board about, or if we're making progress on the petition, okay?
I understand.
But to this specifically, go ahead.
Okay, so I didn't get anywhere with the CMY-SPCA. Of course, I did not receive chickens, but with them being livestock as opposed to domesticated animals as listed now, they could be under a different classification as well. So I did reach out to sanctuaries and animal rescues, and that is a list of sanctuaries and animal rescues. I have about 6 more, but that was after I had printed that out. That was my homework from you and I.
Did you just have 2 copies?
No, I gave a copy to Paula and a copy to Joe as well.
Okay, perfect. I will hand this down. What we're going to do is I'm going to have my assistant reach out to the different sanctuaries over this next week, and we'll have conversations with them. Okay?
Thank you, Ned.
No
I can tell you care. It's okay.
So
It's a business.
yeah, that's just. Yeah,
I
that's just
know.
Look,
You guys are like the
from
crazy chicken lady again.
yours and my perspective, what I would suggest is,
No, I get it.
is to interact with my office, Jody specifically at this point, so that way we can make meaningful progress, just so we can get to the, there's going to eventually have to be a vote on this for what you're looking for. So I'm just looking to get to that.
You catch me on the cover of the Sunday paper there.
So I did not, but I did know that you were in the paper.
You saw me.
I read the article online.
If we're becoming friends at this point, I completely get it. No worries.
It's good to see you.
Always good to see you. Thank you.
No problem. Do we have anybody else signed up to speak? I was gonna say Kathleen, I don't wanna have to give you the same exact
I'm
spiel,
the
but
fastest person here.
yeah,
I'm always
it's something different.
Nope, I'm just telling you a reminder about Saturday for the historical marker on the property. I'd like to introduce you to L. Frank Ball.
Thank
This
you.
is what it's all about, just so you know. Okay, everybody gets a chance to see. And I just need to know, if you're coming, please let me know. If you want to speak, you're more than welcome to. Other than that, bring an umbrella, because it might rain, and that's it. I told you I'm quick.
Thank you. Is this gentleman the next person signed up?
No, I have Barry Wheeler.
Oh, I thought I also signed it, my bad.
But it's good to meet you, Barry. Okay, next up.
Okay, Tom Bell.
Let's quit.
Tom, hit my seat. If you don't mind, first and last name and address for the record, and then you get 2 minutes.
Oh, excellent. My name is Tom Mallow. I live at 6841 Buckley Road, town of Syracuse. This is regarding the chicken thing. I guess I'll start from the top. My name is Tom Balog, and I'm here tonight in favor of owning chickens responsibly within the town of Salina. I grew up with chickens in the southern tier at home, and as funny as it sounds, they provided me with some of my fondest memories and my best learning experiences as a child. I remember my father and I building our coop together. There he taught me that good quality work matters no matter the task. I remember my mother and I bringing vegetable scraps out to the chickens and laughing while we watched them eat and play. I remember going out every morning to check on my chickens and to collect their eggs, and I remember caring about my chickens because they made my life better. I remember how to care for these animals, I learned how to care for these animals and how to put their needs first. I learned how to clean up after them and how to provide for them with a healthy environment. I learned how to compost chicken scraps in good quality soil and how to reap the benefits of that soil in my garden. Chickens will teach you about life and death, reproduction and health, and the environment. Having chickens at home is the ultimate teaching tool for children, teaching them real life skills which they need now more than ever. Chickens do require a small investment in equipment and some background knowledge in order to raise them successfully, but what you receive is worth 10 times your investment. Chickens provide you with fresh, healthy, and free eggs in this day and age. You know, two of those things are very important, and they reduce the amount of trash going into landfills. They also eat many pests like fleas, ticks, termites, grubs, as well as even rodents and snakes. Gone are the days of people wanting a boring lawn in the front and back of their house. People are becoming more environmentally conscious every day, and when people are looking for a place to call home, why not offer smart solutions like owning hens in the town of Salina?
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
That's it.
Is there anybody that is interested in speaking? Seeing none, we'll move to the first ward council.
Okay, so since this is our last May meeting, I just wanted to remind everybody about Memorial Day ceremony that starts in Johnson Park at 9 a.m. on the 26th, and then the parade will begin at 10:30. So we want to invite all residents from town of Salina to come on down, and also new this year, there will be a bike decorating contest. It's open to all ages. There's awesome prizes and major bragging rights that are up for grabs. So if you're interested in joining the bike decorating contest, start getting your decorations together. And that will be following the end of the parade. So after the ceremony at the cemetery, the bike judging will be right near the library.
Second ward councilor. Third ward councilor?
Yes. So anybody that sees any kind of potholes or issues at the parks and things along those lines, instead of going to Facebook, please reach out to the highway department, your ward counselors, or the supervisor's office. It will get done and hopefully a lot quicker that way instead of just going to Facebook or other social media outlets for that. Also, just a reminder, our neighborhood watch meeting is on next Monday, 5/19, 6:30 p.m. at the Mango Fire Park.
Thank you. Fourth ward councilor.
You know, listen, on Memorial Day, we honor and remember the brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom, and just take a moment to reflect on their courage and dedication and express our gratitude for the service to our country.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I was just looking, the Memorial Day car show. Do you know what the date is for that?
It's that Saturday.
Is it the Saturday? 23rd.
Saturday, 24th.
24th. So I appreciate your comments. Was a good reminder for me. Town of Salina is having their third annual Memorial Day car show. It will be here at Town Hall that Saturday. The information should be on, what's that? Yeah, he moved, yep. Our veterans coordinator moved it back here. It's been a good time. We raise funds for a veterans organization every year. This year, I believe it's, I think it's a women's veterans organization that will be getting funds and proceeds. You'll see some awesome cars. You will have some food trucks. This has been a phenomenal event, and it is ran by veterans of our town as well. So hopefully we can see you guys there, and along that same weekend, go to the parade then on Monday, which our veterans coordinator has actually been part of that as well.
We're very
So,
comfortable in it, yep.
also, it is nice weather season. Down at the lake, there are been some beautiful sunsets with different colors, purple, pink, etc. So hopefully everybody is starting to enjoy the spring and very soon summer weather.
I think I saw someone on a horse.
No, you didn't. All right. Well, let's get to the rest of the agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the April 28th, 2025 minutes?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
And with one abstention. We have, consider the approval of a fill permit for 500 Factory Ave. Mr. Engineer, do you wanna give a little bit of a background?
Yes, this isn't our traditional fill permit. Area Materials is looking to, clear the bank behind their building, level up the area and have, basically an alleyway behind there, so their forklifts aren't interacting with their trucks out in the parking lot as much. So it doesn't meet the level of site plan approval, so this was a way to get it in front of me to look for erosion control sediment control measures and, just take a look at the grade. I have no problems with it. It's gonna clean up the back of the site, there's a lot of garbage in back there.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Thomas?
Aye.
Counselor Paul?
Yes.
Counselor Cicero?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Curry?
Yes. Anything else? The first item under the attorney is a resolution authorizing the town supervisor to execute an emergency gasoline agreement with the Liverpool Fire Department. This is a usual agenda item that the town does every year. It's a great coordination with our fire department. Is there any comments? Is there a motion?
Motion, but can you change the date? Okay.
Joe just pointed that out.
I don't think so.
So there is a motion, and is there a second?
Second.
This will be contingent on fixing the date. Let's go forward a year, not backwards a year. Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Thomas?
Aye.
Counselor Paul?
Yes.
Counselor Cicero?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Curry?
Yes, the next item is a resolution scheduling a public hearing for a local law imposing the repurposing and reuse floating overlay district on 6701 Buckley Road. They are entitled to a public hearing that we can schedule for June 23rd, 6:31. I'm going to say publicly now that I strongly encourage the applicant to come with information regarding why they want the zone change, what their plan is for the property, and be prepared to answer questions from the public and this town board. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Thomas?
Aye.
Counselor Paul?
Yes.
Counselor Cicero?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Curry?
Yes. Next is a resolution scheduling a public hearing for a local law for a change of zone from O2 to C2 at 806 Old Liverpool Road. This is a doggy daycare currently, but Mom and Pa's California is looking to relocate there. They have outgrown their area. They are looking to purchase it, correct? They are looking to purchase the property. They will have a retail component as well as their commercial business as well at the site. I think this is kind of exciting that this local company is growing. They do intend on fixing up the property. Beautiful. We'll schedule this for 6:32 on June 23rd. And we're gonna also encourage them obviously to attend, at least to be able to answer questions if there are any questions, okay? Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Thomas?
Aye.
Counselor Paul?
Yes.
Counselor Cicero?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Curry?
Yes, the next is a resolution accepting the bid for tree trimming services from Stan Dombrowski Timber Tree and authorizing the town supervisor to enter into a contract with the same, subject to final legal approval. We did do, RFP, they were the only ones that submitted, a contract to the town. They've done the services in the years past, they've done a good job. We've actually had no issues with them. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Thomas?
Aye.
Counselor Paul?
Yes.
Counselor Cicero?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Curry?
Yes. Mr. Attorney, is there anything else?
I think you covered it.
All right. First item under the comptroller on the agenda is a motion to create, there's a title on here that is incorrect, and I'd like to just make that. It says motion to create the quote Mattydale Commons Land Acquisition Capital Project. Mattydale Commons is not the name, that's actually the name of the plaza, the former Kmart Plaza. So that was just a mistake typo. This is just a motion to create, land, we'll just call it Land Acquisition Capital Project. 2025 Land Acquisition Capital Project, okay? With that, is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Downs?
Aye.
Counselor Paul?
Yes.
Counselor Sisseton?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Curran?
Yes. The next item under it is to fund the capital project. It's a motion to loan $200,000 from the general fund to cover costs incurred thus far associated with the capital project. We have not received the bond proceeds yet. We'll be receiving them soon, but because we're doing the due diligence on the property before the acquisition, there are some bills that have come in and related to that. This is just a loan until our bond proceeds come in, and that $200,000 will be put right back to us.
Standard practice for everything we do.
Yeah, that's correct. So with that, is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Downs?
Aye.
Counselor Paul?
Yes.
Counselor Sisseton?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Curran?
Yes. The next is a resolution designating May as Building Safety Month as requested by our Planning and Development Department. I will make the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Downs?
Aye.
Counselor Paul?
Yes.
Counselor Sisseton?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Curran?
Yes. The next one is, as I had said, I believe at our last meeting, there was the unfortunate and sad passing of Judy Tassone, who was at the time an alternate zoning board of appeals member. With her passing, there was a vacancy. Jeannie Ventry had come forward and said that she was interested in doing this. I had spoken with various different board members who seemed that they were supportive of it with her knowledge of town government for at least a few decades, and her husband, who was a longtime town councilor, attorney. So she's very familiar with a lot of the issues relating to the zoning board of appeals, as well as the planning board. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Downs?
Aye.
Counselor Paul?
Yes.
Counselor Sisseton?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Curran?
Yes, we have a motion for the cleanup orders as listed on the agenda.
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Downs?
Aye.
Counselor Paul?
Yes.
Counselor Sisseton?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Curran?
Yes, we do need a motion to waive town agenda policy, to add 2 items to a supplemental agenda as requested by our town clerk and our town assessor as well. Do we have a motion to waive, town agenda policy?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Alright, the first item on this supplemental agenda is to approve the temporary street closure of Malden Road and Westwood Ave from Hinsdale Fire Department to Burnham Park on June 7th from 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. for the Salina Bombers Little League. Obviously, it's on June 7th, so that's why we needed to put it on now, because our next board meeting wouldn't be in time.
They were supposed to have one like before they got laid out.
This past week.
We just did.
Oh, the Mother's Day one, yeah. Oh, okay. I might be able to make it now. Fantastic. Looking at Dave, because he had made a comment how Mother's Day is always busy, and I feel like they always have it right around that. But anyways, do we have a motion?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Downs?
Aye.
Counselor Paul?
Yes.
Counselor Sisseton?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Curran?
Yes. The next is to approve reappointment of Tom Cardinal to the position of sole assessor, effective, October 1st, 2025, through September 30th, 2031. Tom wanted this done in January when we did everything. I think you were holding off to the end of his, into September, but he had said that we could do it at any time. I figured we just take care of it, so that way it's not a weird middle of the year. I think in future, for 2031, whoever is here around that time, it probably makes more sense to include them on the organizational meeting. But, is there a motion to reappoint Tom as our assessor?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
I would like to just make one point before we do it. Tom has taken over the assessor's department. One of the things that we've been able to accomplish since my term as supervisor, since I started my first term as supervisor in 2022, and we've carried it over into this term, and it's something that I hope to continue to be able to do, is we have transitioned almost every single department. Mark, no chopping block, you're not going anywhere, but we've transitioned every single department to a younger generation of leadership in the town. We obviously have Paula as our town clerk. We have Nina Hummel, who is our town comptroller. Tom took over as our assessor. They're all pretty similar in age. Obviously, they are diverse as well. But what's that?
I'm the old guy.
So you are. But my point to this though, and it's extremely important, is the people that sit up here, myself and us four counselors, we are up for election every 2 years. We decide not to run again, or maybe we lose an election. We come and we go. The real stability and decision-making power lies within who runs the departments in this town. And having the right people in the right place who are gonna bring the longevity and stability, but also have the skill set to make the right decisions is important. And watching them do that, and I'm talking about Tom, but yes, you too. But watching them do that has been really good. And I think that's an extreme encouragement to the residents of the town. That they can know that no matter who is sitting up here, town is going to continue to run, it's going to be in good hands, because our leadership in each of our departments are going to be stable, they're gonna be competent, and they're gonna know what to do. What's even more important is if there's a new supervisor or counselor, they're gonna be able to turn and rely on these department heads for the information, for the future history, to help make decisions. And I think that's what's even more important than any of us winning elections or the decisions we make up here, is knowing that our government and the departments within our government have that stability and competency. So Tom Cardinal is one of those people, additionally with you, Paula, and obviously Nina. Mark, you've been fantastic. You're not one of the new ones, so I hope, but my point is, that's an encouragement to me, but it should be an encouragement to all of the town's folks as well. So with that, please call the roll.
Counselor Nance?
Aye.
Counselor Paul?
Yes.
Counselor Cicarelli?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Curry?
Yes, that is the conclusion of our agenda. I would like to make one oversight comment. We had originally said that we were canceling the second meeting of every month, May, June, July, and August. We have to flip that. There was some scheduling with some of our administrative people. So we're actually going to cancel the first meeting of the next 3 months. We'll have our second meeting. So June, July, and August, no first meeting, only the second meeting of the month, okay? With that, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.